The first day of the WNBA playoffs was something else because we saw some really bad basketball, 3 30-point blowouts, and one genuinely good game. And I'm going to break it all down, including the Breanna Stewart injury. And look, man, the Lynx won last year, and I was hoping that New York Liberty win this year. And now Stewie might have blown out her knee in game one. And at this point, it might be the Minnesota Lynx winning it again this year. No one really knows what's going to happen with her when it comes to Breanna Stewart, but we'll get to that injury in a second. So let's start with the Fever game, right? The rookies were up big early, but the Lynx absolutely cooked with them. Tam and Salon were just killing it in the first half, combined for around 25 points, with 22 of those coming before halftime. Cecilia Selancy even chipped in with 14. On the flip side, Kate Martin really struggled from the field, and Veronica Burton had a rough night too, finishing with 7 turnovers. Still, this Fever team should be proud just to have made the playoffs. But that's probably where their story ends. Aaliyah Boston has been hooping. She's a probable sixth player of the year. But she just need to be aggressive, man. She needs to be aggressive. They need to stay aggressive. Um, I don't know why she thinks she gonna be able to just win the game and help Indiana Fever win the game when she know the trio is Kelsey Mitchell, her, and Natasha Howard. But my point is, when it came to this dream team, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know why they thought that they didn't need each other and it was only Kelsey Mitchell. I don't get it. So anyway, Aaliyah Boston, she'll probably be the sixth player of the year. Bridge Carlton, on the other hand, has just been fine. I don't think she's been good this year compared to last season. And she's probably kept her spot in the starting five due to spacing and seniority. And I think DJ is the better player at this point. Now on to Seattle Storm versus the Aces game. The Aces are just miles better than the Storm. Let's talk about Brianna Skies. She might be the worst player to ever make an All Star team. 0 points, 5 turnovers, 5 fouls, and a minus 17 in just 16 minutes. And she was an absolute non factor. Then you got Dominique. Um, I don't know how to say her last name. Malonga had her welcome to the league moment. She got swatted. She got swatted a couple times and shot 4 of 11 from the field, and it wasn't great. But credit to her, she kept doing the right things and stayed aggressive, scoring 10 points on perfect shooting in the second half after going 1 of 8 in the first, and it was ugly early, but she bounced back. And you have to remember she's 19 years old, and there are college freshmen older than her, and she's 4 years younger than Paige Buckers, and she's going to be one of the all-time greats, hopefully in the future. But right now, she's going up against Aja Wilson, who is already the all-time greats. We already know how that is. Aja cooked her, but that happens to everyone. Also, shout out to Alyssa Smith. She's actually playing defense now. I never thought, she would be because she was trash um, with the Indiana Fever. But when that trade happened, I thought, she'll be the same person she was. Um, but Smith has proven she's a key piece for the Aces in a way. And Kennedy Parker is going to be big for them in the playoffs too, because this team is going to be tough. And look, they'll be going to the playoffs. But let's get into the only real game of the night, which is the Liberty versus the Sun. And I'm going to say this, because Satu Sabali and her effort and her performance in this was pathetic. She went 2 for 17. Horrible. Alyssa Thomas shot 7 for 18 and missed a semi-open layup to win the game in regulation. Monica, where's she at? Well, Monique Nicole Makani, I'm just hearing her name like that, was 2 of 11, and somehow, despite all of that, this game still went to overtime. Credit to Dewana Bonner, she was actually really good, but how does a game with shooting like this even stay close? And it's because the Liberty didn't make subs because you got Leone right here. We got Leone here. She played 39 minutes. She was terrible in regulation. Then stepped up in overtime. Breanna Stewart played 39 minutes as well. Gave you 18. And Natasha Cloud gave you 23. Sabrina Ionescu scored 16 on 18 shots. Meanwhile, Jonquel Jones has been struggling. Emma Messiman only played 12 minutes, and Kennedy Berkey played 14 and gave you 0 points. And Rebecca Allen played 57 seconds. Then you got the DMPs, right? You got the DMPs. Basically, it's the coach decision when it comes to these individuals who are out at the time being. They did not play, I should say. So it's the coach's decision for them to play. I just felt like I don't know why they didn't play. Because if you look at it, we got Maureen Johannes, Isabella Harrison, Giovanna Anderson, and Stephanie Talbot, who could probably start, but it's just weird. And then there's the Stewie injury, right? You got Stewie over here. This what happened. Mute the audio due to copyright purpose. She dribbles. She goes up for a layup, makes the layup, comes down. Doesn't look too good. It was a non-contact injury. She did walk off the game, which is good, but the injury looked bad, as you guys can see. I'm showing you guys it was a non-contact injury, which is also always worrying because she drove left, jumped off her left foot, hurt her leg on the push-off. She played a couple more possessions, was clearly limping, was on the bench, nearly in tears, and that's not a good sign. Some people say it doesn't look like an ACL because the knee didn't buckle visibly, and she's walking on it. They say she's walking on it, so this is a positive, as you guys can see. This is after the game, and look, I don't know. Do people usually play through ACL tears? Let me know. Best case, hopefully it's just a minor strain, and she's back around 2. But she's out till then. But I think the Liberty can win a game without her, possibly, when their starting 5 has played full games. They're undefeated this season. But we'll see what happens if they can even win a championship, because if Stewie's out for a significant time, I feel like they're going to lose their whole offensive system, which will then put the Lynx to win it again. And so far, the Lynx held serve, and the Aces are rolling with 16 straight wins after the 53-point loss earlier this year. Apparently kicked off their run. Everything is up in the air for New York. And can the Liberty survive, or is the season over? Let me know who you think is going to win it all in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.